Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. More about them later. Hey everyone, today I'm here with Nicobbq, and I thought it would just be kind of fun to reminisce a little bit on the coin challenge era of YouTube. Now, of course, we did not invent these videos. I give credit to that with Mayro and Sieve Gaming. But I do think that both of us helped popularize the genre, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to just kind of like, talk about like, how things happened and, how it's kind of changed over time. Because the challenge era is completely different than it was when it really got big in like 2018 and 2019. In 2025, challenge videos are so weird and wonky. They don't make any sense to me anymore. So, yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of fun to just kind of chat about that for a bit.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me, dude.
Of course. Yeah, so, I guess, like, I'm pretty sure that you were inspired by, like, Sieve Gaming initially, right?
I do think I was inspired by both Mayro and Sieve. I remember watching Mayro was doing Super Mario 3D World, I think, coinless. And I was like, yo, that looks actually quite fun. And at the time, I was playing a lot of Super Mario 3D World. So I always wanted to try the no coins challenge. But yeah, I remember back then, before that video, I still had my full-time job. So I was like, oh my god, this project is way too big. I'll never be able to do it. So I just like set it aside for quite a while. And eventually, when I quit the job to do YouTube full-time, that was actually the first video I worked on, the No Coins Super Mario 3D World Challenge.
Really? And, I didn't realize that was your first one. It's funny because I remember having conversations with you about that. And I remember you were like super hesitant on like switching to full-time YouTube because like it's a pretty risky thing to do. And I remember, I don't know if I convinced you to do it, but we definitely talked about it quite a few times. And I remember you sending me a message. You're just like, all right, I'm actually going to be doing it. I'm just like, well, dude, I think you got in at a good time. We both have found this new video series that people are really enjoying. So yeah, it was a super exciting time when those videos were taking off.
Yeah, it was super fun, and like everybody was enjoying them. And as you said, we kind of made them more popular along with Sieve and Mayro, and eventually just blew up. And we started making a bunch of different challenges.
Yeah. And Game Champ too. Yeah, and there might be a couple other people as well, but I do know it was about 5 or 6 different creators that really popularized the genre.
Yeah. And then it branched out with non-Nintendo games and all sorts of other crazy challenges, and it was pretty cool. Actually, it was very fun.
So your first video was it was 3D World, you said, coinless?
Yep, 3D World on the Wii U back then, not on the Switch.
Oh yes, yeah. I wonder if there'd be any differences compared to the Switch version, like if there was levels that weren't possible on Switch compared to like Wii U, just because like the speed is different with the actual characters.
I remember I had to use like the Wii U gamepad quite a lot, using the touchscreen to, block some enemies, because when enemies like come in contact into each other, they just blow up and you get a coin. So that was like something I had to make sure that was not happening. So since there's no Wii U gamepad on the Switch version, you'd have to use the little cursor. I don't know if it would be easier or more difficult. I'd have to try, I guess.
Yeah, now that you bring that up, I'm starting to remember I'm starting to remember like when I first watched your video of that, because actually when you made that video, that inspired me to do something similar. And I noticed everyone was trying to like avoid doing things, or like no going right, no going left, crouching only, not getting coins. And I was like, well, you know what, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well try something like a little bit different. So my first video was Mario Bros. Wii touching all the coins, and I still remember making that video. It was at a very busy time. I was putting out like 1 to 2 videos a week, and they weren't very long, but like the frequency of how much I was uploading was a lot to keep up with. And then I'm like, okay, well now I'm gonna do this brand new video series. I have no idea how to make these videos. I have no idea if people will even be interested in watching them. And my first video is still my fastest growing video ever. It got, I think it was like 2 million views in 1 week, which was, it was mind blowing. Like I would log into the YouTube studio, and like every hour I would like refresh the page, and the video had 20,000 more views, and it just stayed like that for like a couple of months. It was insane.
Yeah.
And then like after that, I remember doing 3D World, all coins. That also did incredibly well. Then Mario 64, all coins. And I think I basically just did coin videos for a while. I know you branched out from just coin challenges as well, but I think like the first big one that I did was Mario 64 DS without Mario. And that video was so insanely complicated to make because I had to talk to people that like task the game. And this tasser Adil, he's like the only person in the world that understands how to task Mario 64 DS. He figured out a brand new strat with Yoshi to actually be able to beat the game without Mario, and it was never discovered before I asked him about it. It was it's one of those moments that like, you know, you can't really recreate it.
Yeah, you had to be there. It's you had to be there at that time and at that place. Yeah, definitely for sure. But yeah, basically I was doing the no coin videos while you were doing the with coins video, because I remember when we both released a video, I had a bunch of comments, people saying, "Hey, Nico avoids the coins and Nathan gets them all," and they were trying to make, you know, that I was the no coin guy, you were the coin guy. It was like pretty funny. I enjoyed that part.
No, it's I don't think we've ever said this, but we actually purposefully would release videos on the same day at the same time. Yeah. Like I remember when New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe came out, I'm just like, hey, do you want to release the video? It was I forgot the day. It was like a Friday or Saturday, and we planned the whole thing out, and it was really funny because yeah, like you said, like there'd be a bunch of comments on both of our videos being like, hey, wait a minute, I just got like the same video but the opposites at the same time in their sub.
Yeah, and we had like similar thumbnails. For example, with New Super Mario Bros. I use Peachette. I don't know about your thumbnail, but you also probably use a render of Peachette.
I sure did.
Yeah, it was confusing to people, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah. No, I thought that was really fun that we kind of like developed like a little bit like of a challenge community. And I still think probably one of my favorite videos I did was actually one that we did together, and that was Mario Bros. U without touching the ground. And what made that one so unique was that it literally had to be in person, because I would use the gamepad, I would give you platforms to stand on, and then you would try to beat the level without touching the ground, and it was so difficult. Like, dude, it was so much fun. I still remember we were at E3 for like a week or something, and we spent like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days or something just working on this one video.
Yeah, we did spend a lot of time.
Yeah, it was so much fun though, because we were like trying to come up with new strategies, and there was a lot of close moments and stuff. So definitely one of my like favorite memories of like you know, that time period.
Yeah, and I think it was like my second time going to E3, so it was like even crazier. We were meeting for the second time in person and doing an actual challenge and, you know, experiencing E3. So yeah, it was I enjoyed that time a lot.
Yeah, because the first time you went to E3 was the first time I went as well, because we both went in 2017. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that was the first year that E3 went public. You know, you could buy tickets to go there. So that was the first year. But after that, I didn't go to 2018, the first Zuck House, the Minus World Zuck House. I wasn't there, but I was there for the second one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, so are there like any like challenge videos in particular that you can think of that like really stood out to you, or any that like took a really long time or anything like that? Because I definitely have a few that I can think of. I'm curious, like what about for you?
Well, I don't remember about taking a long time, but I do remember when I had this idea of, you know, Luigi winning by doing nothing challenge, because, you know, the Luigi wins by doing nothing meme was still big at the time. So I was like, can I beat an entire Mario game while carrying Luigi? So I just made a list of all the games where you could carry Luigi. So Super Mario 3D World, New Super Luigi U, Wii. And then I started doing those, and they kind of blew up as well, and people thought that was actually quite funny. And it seems easy. I mean, you just pick it up and you move. But the game actually has tons of ways of preventing you from always holding a character, like narrow spaces or underwater levels where you just can't do that. So I remember having a lot of fun with the carrying Luigi meme and the videos I did.
I didn't really see anyone else do that with like the 2D Mario games. Like I know people did it with Mario Party. Like I think I also did a challenge video with Mario Party and Luigi not doing anything, but doing it with the 2D Mario games was definitely like a very different like take on that. Speaking of challenges, I've always found it a challenge to keep track of my subscriptions and have kept some for way longer than I should have. That's where today's sponsor, Rocket Money, comes in to help. Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. I love using Rocket Money to cancel unwanted subscriptions. Once you connect to your bank, Rocket Money finds all your subscriptions and puts them in a list. From there, you simply select the ones you don't want anymore, and Rocket Money may be able to help you cancel them with just a few taps. It's a really great way to save money. In fact, it's helped customers save up to $740 a year when you use all the app's premium features. They've helped save customers over $880 million in canceled subscriptions. So what are you waiting for? Take control of your finances today. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to get started. You can try Rocket Money or unlock more features with premium with my link, rocketmoney.com/Bandy. Thanks to them for sponsoring this video, but now let's get back to it. So probably the most physically demanding one I ever did was Mario 64 elbows only. And it was such a stupid idea, and I still don't know why I made it. Because basically, if you haven't seen it, what I did was I played Mario 64 with my elbows, and I didn't use a normal controller. I mapped all the buttons to a DDR pad. And it shockingly worked. I was actually able to beat the game doing it that way, but it was super, super painful. Like, I remember after doing it for the first day, I was literally on the ground, like, doing this with my elbows the whole time. And I had horrible back pain when I woke up the next day, and my elbows were, like, super pink and red. So then, like, the second and third day, I had to, like, put my DDR pad on my desk, clear everything out of the way, and then I had, like, a little screen for the game right in front of me. Then I was just, like, doing this while playing, and it helped a little bit with my back, but it was still really painful on my elbows. So, yeah, I don't think anyone ever did a challenge like that. I wouldn't do it again either. That was really, really painful.
Yeah, probably, eh? That's kind of funny. Okay, it's out of context, but I just saw that I made a video about Super Mario 35 without touching a single coin, and I remember that video to be painful. Because
I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, it was back then when you had Super Mario 35, but what I remember is that you have to play the game and get a victory royale, because it's a battle royale game. So you have to avoid all of the coins in Mario 1, which isn't possible in all of the levels. So you had to be kind of lucky of, you know, getting the right levels in the right order.
Oh my
But the
God.
way this game works is that every time you KO someone, you get their coins. So I would have to avoid killing enemies to avoid, you know, attacking other players while avoiding the coins and hoping that I get a victory and I was the last man standing. That video took me a while. I remembered I had a lot of victory royales, but I was always given coins because, you know, you kill the final player. I don't even remember if it ended up being possible, but I just remembered playing a crap ton of Mario 35. And yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awful. I wouldn't do that. Trying to beat a game like that without touching a coin.
Yeah, I think I managed to beat it without touching a coin, but at the end, when you finish off the last guy, when you win, you get all of their coins. So you lose. You win and you lose, you know?
I don't know. I would say that's, like, close enough, right? I mean, you technically played the game without touching a coin. Whatever happens at the end, like whatever, right? You know, you can't really control that.
True.
Yeah, I guess, like, did you ever do any of the score videos? Because I know a lot of people do the 2D Mario games with, like, the lowest score possible. I never did any of those.
No, I never played with the score. I was, you know, focused on the coins mostly, and then eventually not going left, not going right, and I started doing, like, more challenges, not taking damage. Peaceful, you know, Bowser's Fury without using violence. I did that.
Yeah, we did. So we did release Bowser's Fury videos at the same time, but I think I did crouching only, and then you did without, with Bowser Jr. only, I think, or something.
Probably, yeah. But Bowser Jr. was a pain in the butt. I remember that in all of the challenges.
Yes.
Like, I actually released a t-shirt back then, a merch t-shirt. It was like, Bowser Jr., what are you doing? Because in every single challenges, he would ruin it.
Yeah.
Like, the without a coin, Bowser's Fury without a coin, I could do it easy, But Bowser Jr., nah. He couldn't do it easy. He wanted all of the coins all the time. Even if you like choose your options to do not help me, he still goes for coins from time to time. So yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, I remember watching that video. Yeah, 'cause you said that quote like 20 times or something. Junior, what are you doing? Yeah. No, it was a really fun shirt that you released afterwards too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm scrolling through my back catalog a little bit too, and I honestly mostly stuck with Mario games. I did do a couple of Sonic games, and I think probably the most interesting ones that I did was trying to beat Sonic Heroes with only Sonic and without Sonic. So which basically means like beating Sonic Heroes without switching, and you stay as Sonic the whole time, or you would basically only use Tails and Knuckles, and that's it. And that one was kind of unique because I actually had help from there was like one person in the world that literally specialized in doing this, and they literally also sped run it. So they ended up, that one was really weird. They ended up recording either most or all of the footage for that. And I basically just kind of like narrated how the heck they did it. And that was, that was pretty much the video. So that was a very different one to work on.
Yeah. Trying new other game series is always fun. Like, I did Donkey Kong without touching a banana, which sadly is not possible because there's way more bananas compared to the coins in Mario. But I also did the Yoshi games without breaking eggs. I did try to beat Zelda Majora's Mask without a sword. And definitely branching out to other game series is different and it keeps it fresh. It's super fun.
Yeah. I remember probably like one of the weirdest ones that I did was with Lego Mario, and I tried to get the highest coin count possible in Lego Mario, and it's really dumb because like basically Mario can store coins in his system, and from what I can remember, it's based off of like the QR codes on the Lego bricks themselves, and I think there's like a 1 minute time limit or something. I don't remember exactly, but I remember I tried to basically just like min-max my coins and how quickly he could get them. And I wasn't the only person that did this. There's a couple other people that also tried to do this as well. And I ended up getting like, I don't know, like 2,000 coins or maybe it was like 1,000 coins or something in like a minute. And it was such a weird, it was such a weird video. Like the Lego, I had like a whole Lego Mario arc on my channel for a couple of years.
Yeah, I remember that. The evil Lego Mario.
Yeah, the Lego Mario. And honestly, that was inspired by Swankybox. Because when Lego Mario was first announced, I remember he showed us all a photo of him with his eyes off. And he's like, look how creepy this is. I'm like, oh, dude, you could make some funny videos with this. So, yeah, we had the whole Lego Mario arc. We had the challenge videos, which was fun. And then I remember once we started to get into like 2020 and 2021, the coin videos, they basically didn't exist anymore. You had to be a lot more creative. So I remember some of them, I feel like some of the more interesting ones I tried to do was like beating Mario 64 and Mario 64 DS at the same time. So like I basically mapped the controller to run both games at once. And the idea was I need to collect the stars at almost the exact same time for it to count. And that was honestly really difficult because both of the games have different like running speeds and different kinds of movement. And yeah, I did a couple of things like that.
Like trying to sync in both games must have been really difficult.
Yeah, the process to do that was not easy, but I found a way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I probably watched it. I just don't remember. But yeah, I remember that was when you did playing both games at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I remember, I think like the last time either of us had done a coin video was when Mario Bros. Wonder came out. And I don't did we release our videos the same day? I think we did. I'm trying to remember.
Mario Wonder without a coin?
I guess I can just click and check. This was October 28th, 2023.
Mine was October 24, 2023.
Oh, okay.
So almost at the same time, like same week.
Okay, yeah. I think we were going to do that, but the thing is my coin video took really long because I kept getting stuck on levels where I needed multiplayer. And I had to keep inviting friends over. It was kind of like the joke of the video. Like, oh, my friend Carl came over, and then like my friend Aaron, and then Troy, and Yeah, there was just a lot of really challenging levels when trying to get all the coins because of like the purple coins would like despawn really quickly in that game. So yeah, I think that was probably the last time I did a coin video was then. And I honestly don't even know if there's going to be Mario games that has levels built like this in the future. It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with the Mario series.
Yeah.
Yeah, my last without a coin video was also Mario Wonder, but I guess that's because they didn't release another Mario game afterwards. Oh wait, actually, I did Yoshi's Story without touching a coin 6 months ago. I don't remember anything about it. It probably was easy. Yeah. Like typically, if I forgot about a challenge, it's because it was probably way too easy to leave an impression on me.
I'm actually kind of curious about this. Were there any challenges that you recorded and then didn't upload because it was kind of boring?
Probably special worlds. Sometimes I would, beat a game, one of the 2D Mario game, and then people would request for me to try the star world or, the bonus world, the special zone. And those wouldn't always be interesting, so I probably canceled a few. But no, most of the time I would just release them even if they led to shorter videos.
Yeah.
I think one of my challenge video is actually a short. Yeah, Super Mario RPG without touching a coin.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Like when you defeat your first enemy, you get a coin. So
I just like, that's it. Yeah.
I was like, okay, I have to scrap this video. But then YouTube was like, hey, why don't you make shorts? It's the new cool thing. So I made it a short.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I almost canceled the Super Mario 3D Land without touching a coin video because I had been working on it for like a week, and then Steve released that video at the same time. And I was like, oh, but then I was like, okay, it's a bad timing. I ended up releasing it anyways, and I asked Steve if he was okay with that. And I also left like a big pinned comment explaining I was working on that for a while. I know Steve explained. We both had like different struggles and different paths we choose. So it ended up being a different video. But yeah, I almost had to, cancel this. But I spent so long on it. I didn't want to cancel it. And after watching Steve's video, I was like, hey, you know what? The videos are pretty different. So I think he's going to be okay with that. So it ended up fine. Both videos were different enough. So
yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because I just remembered this, but we used to have a Discord server that had all of the coin challenge creators. There was I don't know, maybe 15 of us or something, and we used to actually have Google Docs with all of our ideas so that we would try not to take ideas from each other, just because it's well, okay, this niche is very specifically 2D Mario, 3D Mario, maybe Nintendo games, right? So we really tried to not take ideas from each other. But I think over time, that's just kind of happened naturally. I know me and Steve have both done Bowser's Fury without crouching. I did my video a lot earlier than he did his. But his was totally different because he did 100% attempt. He tried to get all 100 cat shines while only crouching, and I only did 50 shines. And I guess, yeah, like you said, the strategies are a lot more different compared for, just like you said, your video and Steve's video, the strategies for, avoiding coins are totally different. So it didn't really matter at the end of the day, but, we were definitely a lot more careful of that, when it first began. Because we realized we're okay, we're kind of all in this together. Let's just, make sure that we're not all releasing, the same video all at once, right?
Yeah, exactly. I remember that Discord, yeah. But yeah, typically, even if two creators released the same video, it was totally different or had different rules. Because I know for Super Mario Wonder, mine, I think I allowed myself to collect the purple coins. I think there were purple coins, right? There were two different types of coins or medallions. I don't remember.
Yeah, so from what I can remember, I think you allowed yourself to get the tiny ones as long as the total did not go over one coin, because at the end of the game, it wouldn't count it as a coin at all.
Exactly. So I think I allowed that, but I know Game Champ, when they did theirs, they didn't allow for that. So it's the same challenge, but then it's a different challenge altogether,
Game Champ went absolutely bananas with that video. She used online play to avoid coins and stuff. And did she ever send you a message about that, like asking for help? Cause she sent me one too. I felt really bad because I wasn't able to help. Cause I wanted to help her with trying to with that coin video. I just didn't have time.
Yeah, she really wanted it done the legit way, so I would have to play through the entire game without a coin another time just to be able to get to the level she was in to help her. And I was like, I respect that, but I just don't have time to do it. But I wish I would have time, but it's gonna take way too long. It's gonna take me like a week just to get to the part where you are at, so I had to say no. But that was actually cool.
It's too bad we can't like transfer save files or something, because that would have been super helpful if we were like able to do that. But that's not possible. But no, I mean the video ended up turning out, both yours were both really, really good at the end of the day. So, and then I guess maybe like the last thing we could touch on is where challenge videos are today, because there's I would say they're kind of like two different subcategories. There is meta challenge runs, where they're kind of just big memes popularized by jorts, and there is, I guess, the excessive challenge era, which is doing everything of something. So like that's what I'm still doing right now. Can I 100% every 2D Mario game in 2 weeks? All the 2D Sonic games in 1 week, right? Those are, I would include that as like an excessive like challenge video. And then like Jorts, he originally made, I think it was like, can you beat every Mario game like while touching grass or something? I remember watching that. I'm just like, this is hilarious that we are in the meta era, since these have been around for so long. And I did the opposite video from him like a week later. And then I know you got into that as well. You did some like meta challenge videos too.
Yeah, trying to, one challenge, but with a bunch of different games. I tried that, how many Splatoon games can you beat without jumping? How many Mario Kart games can I beat without jumping? Yeah, I did try those. Or, without, touching water, without swimming. How fast can you touch water? How fast can you touch grass? I did some of these as well. I know you did too. So yeah, those are the last challenges I've done, really. But yeah, the classic without a coin era is kind of dead now. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's been over for like a few years at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious where it's going to go next, because I don't think, because like people are going to get bored of the meta era, which is kind of what we're in. I would honestly say it's kind of over already. Like the only people right now that are really I would say like innovating in the space is like Jorts and Red Falcon. They're basically just doing really weird meta challenges. Like Red Falcon, he's doing videos where he's like making shapes in Mario Party, or like avoiding touching colors in like every Mario Kart game. It's like really like off the wall stuff. It's like I don't even know how they think of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't really know where you go from there. I'm curious if the genre itself will eventually just fizzle out and people just won't be interested, or if it's just going to keep going in that really weird direction.
Yeah, I don't know. I also saw a bunch of streamers on Twitch. They do challenge runs, but typically they use modded consoles and modded versions of the game to add the challenge themselves. So, beating Kaizo Mario, or adding lava to every single level in Odyssey and seeing how far they can get. So this is another type of challenge videos that they are making, but it requires, a modded Switch and all that fun stuff that Nintendo doesn't really like. So
yeah, I would say like Point Crow, small to an extent, Manx Ninja Pig, those three creators are they've been doing, I forgot to even mention that. Yeah, they've basically been doing like all of the modded challenge videos as well, and those ones also require a lot of creativity. But the thing, what's funny is that Mayro also kind of started that. Like I remember Mayro, when Bowser's Fury came out, would make videos where basically I think like Mario would start really tiny, and as you got more cat shines, Mario would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And there was another one where like Mario's super slow at the beginning, but as you get more stars or shines, he slowly gets faster and faster and faster. That is another subgenre that Mayro created. So,
that's pretty cool, actually.
yeah, shout outs to Mayro. I mean,
true. You got to be creative to come up with those ideas, and it's actually you got to program it as well. You got to mud it into the game. So yeah, that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of skills it takes. to complete the challenge and to get to being able to play the challenge itself.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't really think of anything else I'd want to touch on. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to just like go back and think about it because they were really fun memories. You know, especially back because like for me, I think for both of us, right? I think that particular series is what really grew our channels to the size that they are today.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're still able to do this, you know, after all of this time is honestly pretty insane. Like, you know, most people do not get to do YouTube full time for as long as we have. So we are very, very grateful for that.
True. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes, thank you for watching.
It really, really helps. But yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I guess there like anything you want to end on? Any other video you want to bring up real quickly?
The brand new Donkey Kong Bonanza without touching a banana. No.
Let's go.
I would like to do. Yeah, I would like to do a challenge video with Donkey Kong Bonanza. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see how the game plays first. But yeah, definitely I want to try something with Donkey Kong. But as for current videos that exist online, I don't think so. I think I plugged everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like I'll finish on Donkey Kong Bonanza 2 because I think it was a Nintendo Today post or I saw it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure you can destroy literally everything in an area of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that was a it's not really a challenge, but my video idea was, can you destroy literally everything in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and what does it look like afterwards?
Yeah.
But now that Nintendo's confirmed it, you already know someone on day one is going to do it. So
for sure. Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I think someone will definitely beat me to it. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.